Make sure all my shit's muted. Can anyone actually hear me? Can anybody actually hear me? Before I actually get started, can I be heard? Is there audio? Sweet. Cole says he can hear me. So I guess we're gonna get started. People actually watching on YouTube. I should probably add a counter for YouTube too, huh? Not that. Not worth screwing everything up. Alright, I guess we're ready to play then. Also, Lexi, I'm pretty sure this is like the 8th time you've followed me. Please enter your name. No shit, Sherlock. I figured that much out. History, skip, auto, save, load settings. Hey! Seen an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is Surrey, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friends you'd never see yourself making today, but this kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Read out loud. Don't tell me what to fucking do. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting. But if she's going to chase after me like this, it almost feels better off. I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk to let however you say her name catch up to me. Ha ha. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Baby! Hey, I fixed our washer.
Huh?
Our washer's working.
What'd you do?
I plugged it in, and then I just held the button down, held it down. It finally canceled, and now the lights are working and everything. It's sensing it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to take some water, put it in the washer, and try to get some of that dirt that's in there.
Wipe it out with a wash rag.
I can't reach it. I'm too short.
Okay.
But I'm going to try to get some water in there, and then...
Okay, you're interrupting my live stream. I love you.
Love you.
Alright, maybe, but only because I decided to let you catch up, or decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you said that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Michael. That's me. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine, but you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean to, even if you want to. Only because I know some of the things that are capable of happening in this game. This is going to get very dark very quickly. Whatever you say. Hee hee hee. Cross the street together to make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Michael, have you decided on what club to join yet? Club? Told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. You like to worry a little bit too much about me. I'm perfectly content getting on the average, going by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Not so much anime, but games, yes. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die if the thought of you becoming neat in a few years because you're not used to the real world. So clubs in high school are supposed to solve that? I don't get it. Trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. We'll look at a few clubs that makes you happy. No promises though. Would you at least promise you'll try a little? I try as little as possible. Yeah, I guess I will promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her... Can you zoom in on your face more? Maybe? That was a good question. Controller. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Too far? I didn't read that whole last frame. I hope it wasn't relevant. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I packed up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. So whatever her name is, wants me to check into clubs. So I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I was coming to the classroom while I was spaced out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spaced out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. There's no way I'm going to your club. What is her club? If she's the vice president of the literature club, I'm assuming that's where the name comes from. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club, since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member, and somebody else made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises that you can't keep. Wait, Cole, am I going to make an entire club of high school girls kill themselves by the end of this game? Because if I do, that's going to make me feel terrible, even though they're digital fake people. I can't tell if she's really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning that she had to plan all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Boop, 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 boop. And thus today marks the day that I sold my soul for a cupcake. How boring your reading video is. I'm gonna be the first. Ha, JK, love you. Fuck off, you dick. I have not read a single comment yet, but I know there's at least one somewhere. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follows right across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used to third-year classes and activities. Sorry, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Music changed. Cole, I'd like to point out that you lied to me. We only have 3 viewers total according to Restream, and you said you had like 6 people that wanted to watch. Everyone, the new member is here. Told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. What happened? What do you mean, what happened? What do you mean? Question. I glance around the room. Okay. Speed run read, boy. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sawyer always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Michael, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... All the words escape me in this situation, this club. It's full of incredibly cute girls. I mean, that one very well could be a boy. It is a possibility. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. This, I'm assuming, is yelling at this one. Humph. This girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently is one I don't recognize. Who went out of their way to create a catwalk that's named after one of the characters? Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Is it Sayori? Am I saying that right? If I'm saying it right, somebody hosts the stream. There we go. Also, thank you for subscribing. You make me feel better about myself. You can just ignore her. Ow. Lexi, did you just unfollow me to refollow me? Really? Or did you just create another account to follow me? You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the rest of the girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri, don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparatively more mature and timid seems timid. I'm making up words now. Timid seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, that's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Michael. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little, you know, to Monica. Oh, you too, Monica. I mean, obviously she bothered to remember your character's name, so that seems pretty significant. Just say it. Also, stop going out of your way to create accounts named after characters. I don't know who it is, but you have too much time on your hands. Butterscotch. Butters. Isn't that the name of a character from South Park? I'm assuming it's a pun on butterscotch, but anyway. Come sit down, Michael. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Calm down, shorty. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? Depends. As long as we're not discussing 50 Shades of Grey, we'll be fine. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. So you already mentioned legendary noodle beef. Wouldn't it be legendary beef noodles? I'm just minimizing that so I don't get tempted to read chat. Hey, so you already mentioned it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, she takes a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Awua! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and pieces of chocolate used to make the ears. My Chrome button hit. I keep saying that I have new messages, but I can't see them. I can't scroll any further down, Facebook. Can I just set it to auto, or is that a bad idea? So cute. I had no idea that you were going good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, when you're a 12-year-old boy in an all-girls school, I guess it, well, no, it can't be all girls because I'm there. But anyway, well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sarah grabs one first, then Monica and I follow. It's delicious. Sarah talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down, and the icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before, made them or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss this conversation. Yuri returns to the table and carrying a tea set. She carefully places tea up in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. I don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I mean, that you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like they're arguing about budget or publicity and how to prepare events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. There are not many people that are interested in putting out all their effort into something to start something brand new. Especially if it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Well, I mean, you got like, what, 4 years to graduate, so you're good to go. Like, you know, you'll probably see it hit a whole 6th member. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls are interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted with the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Michael, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have any good way to answer that. Manga? I know it's technically manga, and I said it wrong, and you can all hate. I'm thirsty. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can be changed. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of the teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build a deep and complex fantasy world. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems to be reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Ow! That was loud. I appreciate it, but it was loud. Stories of deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how the writers so deliberately take advantage of your lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to on a minimal level. I am a male in a room full of females and just seek attention on some level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. Probably be more interesting. Let's be honest. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you'd say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Either that or it turns you into a murderous serial killer or a psychopath. That is an option. What? Red Decoy, read it like a DM would. Put your soul into that shit. You gotta sell it to me. I agree with Red Decoy. Have some enthusiasm. The game deserves it. Monica won't be happy about this. Hi, Hunter. We have 9 people watching currently, and I love all of you. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just am a little crybaby bitch. That's what it is. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. I feel like this bitch is gonna try to kill me. Is she gonna try to kill me? Cole, is this bitch gonna try to kill me? Never mind. Huh, I have to click back in it for the enter button to actually work. That's right, you'll usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting, and it looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give it back. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are. It's because she's a tiny boy. And she's only infiltrated the club to get laid. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. I'm not reading the comments, but tell me I'm wrong. Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. No, you're just... Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Why are you being so defensive? You keep looking at me like you want my body, but you're being defensive. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. What is the point of writing poetry or a story or anything like that if you don't share it? What's the point of creating something if not to show it to the world? Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them, huh? I mean, I don't like lots of things. It doesn't mean you shouldn't share them. You're going to have to appeal to one of the girls soon, so decide who the best girl is by their personality. Ah, you're a very confident writer. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even your deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Well, you don't get to because they're greedy. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. You can't, like, I feel like that's a little forced. Like, I never liked sharing things that I wrote to a class. I don't know. That doesn't sound very, I mean, even though this is an elective, so I guess you could just not show up to the next meeting and not have to share anything. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen our bond as a club. Isn't that right, Michael? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Okay. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly came forth with what's on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sailor may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All for Gorsha still back me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought Michael, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when they're like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I will join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wrapped her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. That would be real me. I'd be there for the cupcakes. But food and food-like substances. Well, that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. It was like 10 minutes of you guys asking me questions about what kind of books I like. Do I need to move my camera in, Cole? What do you think? Like move it in towards the center so that when I'm looking at the screen that the game's on, I'm still kind of looking at the camera. Let me see what it does if I move it. Is that any better? Oh, my nose itches. Alright. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Michael, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm not wearing underwear. Why are you? I don't know. That was dumb. Don't quote that. Yeah. Can I really impress the... Is it gonna make me write a poem in the game? Because I can't do that. Like... I just... No. It's I feel like I should stick to games where I shoot things. Can I really impress class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Probably not. I already feel the anxiety level welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Why did I say clear? Hey Michael, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Surya and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart from the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. I'd be spending every day after school, and will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to these girls. Just out of curiosity. Seven viewers currently. I wish I could get that to just pop up on the restream. I'm just picking words that relate to each character, so that depends on who. All of them. Can I just systematically pick one for each? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of the circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, it's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Something made a noise and I don't... Maybe it was the game. So this is obviously going to be the tiny boy. Probably the chick with purple hair. She said she liked horror, that's the only reason I'm going there. Probably the chick with purple hair, tiny boy. Why is it only showing 3 of them? I thought there were 4. Alright. What? Okay, that one. I'm just picking... I'm gonna pick the most. No. Poof. Alright, we'll pick the word poof. Childhood, it should be... What if I told you that I have an idea as to what those secrets are? I'm telling you, the little pink-haired, flat-chested one is a dude. She probably like worships Satan or something so far, and she secretly wants to like keep you locked up in her basement. So this is a dumb question and might be relevant. What does Doki Doki actually mean? Because I feel like there's a bunch of games that have that name in the beginning of it, and I don't know what it means. Will Googling that hurt me? As far as relevance to the story. Heartbeat? What? It's not even an option, you dork. Oh, that's what it means. Okay. Sure, we'll pick that. No, that's not what it means. You want to just join you want to open a Discord chat, that way you can just like word things to me without I'm telling you, this one wants to keep you locked up in her basement. The one with the bow in her hair. The one that I keep saying is a dude. And the chick with the purple, like, ends up killing herself or something. That's just my guesses. I don't know anything yet. Boop. We'll pick this one because purple hair. I feel like purple hair is going to end up killing herself if she doesn't like us the most. That wouldn't be good. I feel like it doesn't matter how I play this, I'm going to feel like a terrible person at the end, so whatever. Hi again, Michael. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Don't worry. Wait, was she the one that showed up with her hair in the bow? One of them, it doesn't matter. Haha, don't worry. And this might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I'm back at the literature club again. I was the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Michael. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. He deserves any slack. Why? Is it because you don't have any slack in your skirt? Because you're a man? Sarah told me you didn't even want to join the club, any clubs this year, or last year too. I don't know if you plan on just coming here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. And Suki, you clearly have a big enough mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I feel like that was going to be really loud, and I apologize. Now, Suki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Technically, I guess. Somebody said something, but I don't know what it was. I just barely caught the red font on the... I'm not actually watching the chats. It's just what it says in the title, so... Manga is literature. Swiftly with you, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Michael always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Whoa. Sound of a heartbeat on the screen. Thank you, Selena, for the context. You probably hear static because she was vacuuming earlier, and I don't know if I can turn the game down. Is that any better? Probably not. Probably not. Like it just started. Okay, but you're like 5 seconds behind me, Selena. Is that any better? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to make sure everybody can hear me without like blowing their eardrums out. Happy medium? I apologize that there was static blaring, Selena. You don't like it? Just mute it and read along with me. So that's good right there. Dear Lord, y'all are blowing up chat. I'm not even reading it cold, don't worry. I just clicked over to see how many people were viewing. Alright, awesome. And let us continue. Sayori, that's because your room is messy, so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. May have done that myself a time or two. Not this house, but my parents' house. That's another story, just in case they're watching. People making fun of me in, I can't tell which chat's more active. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Oh, now everybody's gonna get jealous because I've been friends with her since like the 3rd grade. I might be a little jealous, but that's because I'm beautiful. How come you and Michael become good friends too? Sayori, As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori, me? Not really, don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? No, never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess this means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. If you set your expectations low, you'll never be disappointed. My life motto. Just kidding.
Is the camera on? Is the camera on? Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck that shit.
As long as you don't go past like the top of the army seal on the black flag, you'll be fine.
I squeaked that and now Arlo's having a fit. Sorry I interrupted you live stream earlier. Even though I was super excited that I fixed the washer. You don't
So what'd you do to it?
I just
plugged
held the button.
it in and held the button down?
Yeah, for like 10 seconds.
Okay,
12
everybody's probably confused because I'm muted, but I'm talking.
Now put a thumbs up to him.
I love you.
Be like... They'll be like... Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go take a bath and go be by my fucking self.
I love you. I probably won't be doing this too much longer.
I don't believe you.
I probably won't be doing this too much longer. What do you mean I'm not muted? Well, it's good to know that the mute button on my fucking microphone doesn't do a damn thing. I'm glad to know my washer's working too, Selena. Thank you. Can I just read the chat? I feel like nobody's saying anything they're not supposed to. Or is that a bad idea? You guys are the ones that are actually reading it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so it's a nice gesture from you and a pleasant surprise. Make sure you save the... Duh! Just don't yet. Don't read it yet, or don't read it until I finish the game. Go ahead and read my dude. Yeah, right now it's fine. Go ahead and read my dude. I'm everyone on your stream. I feel like Josh has just created a shitload of accounts to fuck with me. If you're everybody on the stream, though, how did I have like 7 simultaneous viewers earlier? I have 4 currently, according to 5 currently, rather. Alright, let's keep going. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happier no matter what. Is that so? She wants my body. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. He reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. But I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Is it an adult novel? It's an adult novel, isn't it? This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? It's not accidental. It's never accidental. Yes, feel free to quote me. She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yeah. I feel like the next time I play, A, I need to have a drink ready. B, I need to pick voices for all the characters. Should they have voices? feel like I need to create a Facebook poll and see if the characters should have voices. All three of my viewers will want to vote. Took us forever to finish it. I would imagine it would take forever to finish. Doesn't this game have like fucking 83 hours of dialogue, plus I have to stop and make comments in the middle? It's gonna take forever. Probably 5 ever. I thought so hard to make so many damn accounts. Please shoot me. What have I done in the facer? Okay, so there's only one person, 2 people that I know that could have done this. That would have taken the time to do this. Also, now I have to figure out why my mute button on my microphone doesn't work. It's probably because my computer no longer recognizes my Yeti as a Yeti for some reason. It just recognizes this as a high quality microphone. Someone messaged me. We're in lobby. Are you... You fucking sons of bitches, I wasn't done.
Yeah, we know.
We're still watching.
Yeah, we're still watching. They just wanted to. They just thought you were getting really bored.
Oh, I mean, I'm not yet, like, at this point, I'm just invested on seeing which one kills themselves first. I'm voting for the little pink-haired dude.
She's not a dude.
I'm sticking to it. He's a dude.
I'm with Michael. He's a dude.
Hey, I'm down for that.
Yeah, man.
Would it make the... Okay, since you guys have...
I'm alright with that.
Since you guys have completed it, would it make the story more or less interesting if he was a dude?
It would definitely make it funnier.
I want him to be a dude.
It would make it funnier, but I don't think it would make it any more interesting than what it already is.
Yeah, it would change the story.
So, Michael, I want you to sum up everything you know so far about these characters.
Well, you could read it at your own pace. What I know or what I've assumed?
What you already know.
So I've got 4 females that I'm interacting with.
Yeah.
When I did the poem picky word mini game thingy, it only showed 3 of them to me, though. It showed me Sayori, Yuri, and fucking 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Your dolphin laugh kills me.
Hey, fuck you. So it's not showing you Monica, right?
So it didn't show me Monica, but Monica went out of her way that she already knew me, and despite being, you know, the popular girl, addressed me by name, despite the fact that from the opening, it sounds like your character it is a self-admitted. I spend all my time in my bedroom, you know, fapping to anime and playing Call of Duty.
Make sure that you save your game files frequently.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Is it one of those things where, like, I'm gonna have multiple saves because it's gonna, like, end up fucking up the save file or something?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Like, plus, if there's gonna be big decisions later on, so if you want to go back and try to see what the other thing is, you can, you know?
No, I'm not changing my mind at all for the first playthrough. I'm just
okay.
power fucking my way through.
Got power fuck his girlfriend.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. Clearly, I read at my own pace. That's why we've been at this for an hour, and we're still in the introduction section.
Come on. I want to hear... want to hear the pizzazz in your voice.
When we streamed this for the first time, we streamed it for 12 hours.
Like,
Anybody who isn't Lexi, cover your ears.
Oh my god.
Oh, I won this little squeaky toy out of the vending machine or claw machine at Walmart, and I'm really proud of myself. Only took me 2 tries, bitches.
Well, congratulations.
Oh my god, that's the one that I wanted Cole to win me, stupid. Well, Cole, I know what you're doing tomorrow.
You guys can come over, I don't care.
I think that was actually the plan.
I don't know if you were supposed to come over here or we were supposed to go over there, but I have faster internet. I mean, we technically pay for the same internet, it's just mine works.
Wish I could come.
I mean...
We're gonna go kidnap Selena and bring her back.
Selena, let me ask you a question. Do the Subarus work?
The Subaru.
Yeah, but it's like a 2-hour drive, so...
It'd be like a 48-hour walk. Exactly. I mean, you could always move here. I could get you a job making $12 an hour to sit on your ass and do nothing.
Michael, I just looked down from your Twitch stream to see the Tips logo.
The penguin playing the guitar?
Yeah, I fucking love that. That's awesome.
But we only like just the tips.
Just the tips.
Alright, Cole, Lexi, put yourselves on push to talk, and let's be quiet until he needs some support or questions answered. That way we can get through at least one more chapter tonight.
Alright, you got this, Michael.
Oh, I thought we were going to like 4 in the morning.
I mean, if you want, I'm ready.
We don't have what you do.
All
so,
right.
I mean, we could do that.
So we're essentially playing Heartbeat Literature Club.
I mean...
Pretty much.
Also, how in 7 different kinds of fuck can you guys still hear me even though my microphone's on mute? So, fun fact, the mute button works for Discord, but apparently not for Streamlabs OBS. I will never understand this microphone. I'm glad I got it on clearance. Okay, looking forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick some scheduled activities for the club. Kick off some... I'm skipping words so that we can get ahead faster. Lexi, mute your phone.
I thought I did mute it, sorry.
Like, and just every 3 seconds I hear static and I look over and it's your circle lit up. Now that everyone's... But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a... Buried. It's buried. Buried. Is it buried? Correct my pronunciation, please.
Buried.
I'm pretty sure it's buried.
Well, then why'd you ask?
Intelligent conversation.
Shut up and read the fucking text.
I can't help but notice her intense expressions. Like she was waiting for this chance. Would it help if I do it in the like super seductive I should read adult audiobooks voice?
Doki doki. Doki doki.
Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, probably for her anime porn collection. Am I wrong?
Or her chest binder.
She's probably looking for her tuck tape. Get it? 'Cause she's a man. She needs tape to hide her wiener.
Please, just keep reading.
Man, See? I told you. She's a man! I feel like, am I getting anywhere close to any of this, right?
Yes and no.
Yes, somebody's going to end up killing themselves. I know that because I've seen parts of something. Somebody said something in Twitch. We could play Let's Get Down to Business from Mulan, or I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan, rather.
For fuck's sake, just read.
It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? It's called reading. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Is Monica dead? Am I dead? Is any of this relevant?
No, you're real.
It doesn't matter, just keep reading.
Well, we can't give up. There's a festival. The festival is our chance to show someone what literature is, to show everyone, not someone, all of them. They will all learn. They will all learn by the power. The power of the written word. The problem is that the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, so call it Bookie McBookface. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? That's it. I've made the decision. Monica is going to be Australian. So I need to figure out what Australian women sound like and imitate that as closely as possible. Or horribly offend the entire female population of Australia and just close myself out of one demographic.
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever.
Nobody will come here in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sarah is taking this really seriously. It's rare for her to be deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Food always attracts people. Maybe not the right kind of people, but people. What kind? Chinese food. Tell me I'm wrong. Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes!
Cupcakes. They're precious.
Good thing. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. I feel like she takes store-bought cupcakes and just decorates them. From what it said earlier, but I don't know. That works out for... She has split personalities! That's why she said she didn't make them, but she did make them even though she didn't make them. son of a bitch. I'm figuring it out. Come over here to my sticky note and take that observation down. Which means it's entirely possible she could be a man, and her split personality is the little girl. Or she could be a girl and she has a split personality that's a man that makes cat cupcakes. Is any of that relevant other than the split personalities thing?
You have some serious problems if you are really hell-bent on this whole man thing.
I don't even care. Just keep going, god damn it.
That works out perfectly. That works out perfectly. Why did it say it twice? Is that relevant that it said it twice? Or has it done that multiple times and I've just not noticed it yet?
I think maybe that's just poor writing in the game.
That's why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Yeah, you look like you've never eaten a cupcake in your life. Or a carb at all, for that matter. ... Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Me too. Anyway, we still need to work the details for the event itself. Oh, that reminds me, I need to pay the house payment. I find myself smiling in the end. Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Sorry. It's important that I get that in there. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? Yes. It's called First Period English. You're staying up late again then, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. I mean, that's okay. Anime's not that great anyway. Anybody who says anything otherwise can fight me. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days in the past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. She could be narcoleptic. That could be why she sleeps in too much. Either that or she sleepwalks, which could be a symptom of a bigger problem. I know all the characters are supposed to have a disorder of some kind. Ow! Fucking, I just about unplugged all my shit. That would have been bad. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over your face. Whore. Sarah glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sarah's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look at your bow. It isn't straight either. Look, is that a toothpaste stain on your collar? I try to wipe off the stain with my fingers, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that because I'm a terrible human being. And I'm probably going to make all 5 of these women kill themselves. Because they're all manically depressed in some form or another. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up? Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Damn, that's a little mean. That's super mean. I think I figured out who the first one to kill themselves is going to be. It could have been the dude. I'd have been okay with that. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess.
Enjoy the fan service.
What? Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Probably because she got the jacket before she had tits. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner than that. It doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. I guess that's something to be excited about. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy, it's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer at once. Phew. That's much better. Probably because you couldn't breathe because you're wearing a jacket that's too small. Trust me, been there, done that. My fat belly doesn't fit in anything anymore. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing, jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Cole, anytime that is there, I just want you to laugh into the microphone.
I fucking hate you.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Ow! I didn't mean to do that, but... Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. But how? You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly called out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Michael, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, you did remember to write your poem last night. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, that's now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poem. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf notebook paper from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Whose poem do I want to read first? I'm just going to start at the top and work my way down. Does it matter? Panel, does it matter?
It kind of matters, but at this moment it does not.
It doesn't matter the order I read them in as long as I read them.
It kind of matters depending on who you're trying to entice.
I'm definitely more comfortable with sharing with Sayori first. She's a good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good! I love it. Of course you love it. It's because you want my body. You and every other bitch in this room. Because this is the only male contact you ever get. I had no idea you were such a good writer, Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Well, yeah, I mean, there's that. Ah ha 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 ha. Cole, laugh.
Fucking hate you.
Jeez.
No, Cole, you gotta use your fake customer service laugh.
That's situational. You're grounded. Keep going.
Fuck you, you're grounded.
I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. That tasted funny.
Did you put that thing in your mouth?
I'm holding it in my hand. You just blow it through your hand. They're really fun to annoy people with at work. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understood you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's words that rhyme and go together in a rhythmic pattern. And if you put it to music, it becomes a rap. It's a Michael poem. And it makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that... I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Was this written in another language and translated into English? Because this is not the first time I've seen things that didn't make sense in a logic... and
I don't think so.
I need you to look that up for me. It just reminded me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. This character is nothing like me, because I would have said that out loud. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Michael. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Think, Sayori. We're serial killers. Serial killers do it for other people, but not in the same manner. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Okay! Alright, going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Well, duh, that's kind of the whole point of this exercise, isn't it? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hee. We'll see about that, Cole. We need to find a soundboard generator app, and we need to make an official Train Gang soundboard. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, and making me rub the sleep out of my... She could be a drug addict. I never thought about that. Maybe that's why she doesn't get late, because cocaine's a stimulant, so it keeps you up later, which would make you... kind of reminds me of the meme I shared. It's Kermit the Frog, and I said, I hate when bitches post that they can't sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's because cocaine's a stimulant, Sniffany. I know at least one of you is laughing.
No, I'm researching the game, actually.
Dead meme.
Better than dead babies.
My baby is very much alive.
Are you
As is Lena's.
I'm not disagreeing with that statement. I'm just saying that dead memes are much, in fact, better than, you know, deceased children.
I mean,
Well,
you know,
thank you for making that distinction.
I'm gonna quit playing with this thing because I feel like it's really annoying.
we're gonna come to your house tomorrow, and I'm gonna shove that fucking squeaker down your throat.
Better to go up the other end. It gets more airflow.
Really? A fart joke, really?
Yep.
Are you forgetting that they're actually 12?
I guess I am.
Are you asking me to come outside and play, or are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. She's suicidal. I'm kind of just like keeping notes in a sticky note here so that I have, or at least observations that I've made and what I think they are, to see if they line up with events later in the game.
Not a bad idea.
I got her name 7 different kinds of fucked up. Sailor, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds like you. Really? Yeah. She procrastinates. I don't know if that's relevant, but I'm going to put it on here. Procrastinate. Yeah! Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late for school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thank you for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Dot dot dot. I wonder if the fact that this is in the shape of an hourglass is relevant, or if it's just character design. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Yeah, let's do it. Come on, let's tussle, little boy. I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Multiple personalities, and she's a pessimist. Pessimist. I think I spelled that right. Doesn't matter. I'll know what it means. Yeah! I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously, but it's the point of the poems for people who express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make the message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Is that anything like putting a automatic transmission in a semi-truck to use it to run over people? Makes it easier to drive, but still just as effective. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you're learning something. You know, you have multiple personalities and you switch from, 12-year-old girl to a 12-year-old boy in the middle of writing your poem. That'll happen. Or maybe right at the end. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. I do that sometimes. It's fine, but don't force yourself. I'm just putting my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is the first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So is that bad? No? Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take you a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What are you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers, and having been through it myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. And I think the most notable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, you tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. That might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by the example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure what if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it were a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, it's supposed to be a literature club. Ghost under the light. I can't read this. Something of my hair illuminating the breath of an amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to the withstood to have. Ow! To withstand the sense of time. I hate you guys. This was to the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of furniture. I bathe calm, breathing the air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Does it matter how long you have the poem open? Also, I appreciate Cole leaving so that he can't answer the question.
No, it doesn't matter how long you have it open for. That's just her line there. That's all.
I didn't know if it was a set line or if it had like a timer to it.
No, it's a set line.
Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something that was easy to digest, I suppose. It really pisses me off that I guess I can always mute myself like that if needed. Are you into Ghost Siri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Michael. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their world. They usually do more than that to tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering to her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy to think that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Whose poem should I read next? Hi, Michael. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, do you have any suggestions for the club? Like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Well, yeah, that was the whole point of starting this conversation. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha ha ha. Don't worry, Michael. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? We're gonna finish this part at least, but That's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. If that's so, you and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when you're reading your poem. You sure you're not reading too much into it? And I'm paraphrasing some of these because there's just easier ways to say what they said. I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, no worries. Writing has a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotion, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you should be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That'd be the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit more biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Sure. You can be pretty confident for somebody that's not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See that direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It was too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what did you think? Very freeform. If that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, it's the kind of style. It's the kind of style that's gotten popular in poetry nowadays. That is, a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, they can be very powerful. That was the inspiration behind this one. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had a kind of epiphany recently that's been influencing my poems a bit. All of them are writing poems about my character, aren't they? Maybe? An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly, maybe after everyone is better friends with each other anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same point for too long, you're just going to end up with a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. I was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper and sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you were trying hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out. Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Michael did too. And based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate your offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Michael liked my poem too, you know. And he even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Michael appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And... How do you know he really appreciated my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I know if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a bigger size as soon as Michael started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed that I was standing there. Michael, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have never happened in the first place. That's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Michael. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Michael? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... I know this is an important decision. Obviously, they're saying purple hair stuffing her bra. So, I don't know. I don't know what to go with here.
1, who the fuck yawns in the middle of a cat fight? And 2, just pick whatever girl you want to go after.
I feel like I'm going to pick it based on the poems. Which one I liked best. I kind of like the one about breakfast, but Yuri had the better poem out of the two that are actually fighting.
I mean, help me Sayori is an option if you don't want to choose one of them.
Well, I already picked one. That's not an excuse for you to be mean. You should pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Somebody unmuted themselves and I heard echo. Yuri wouldn't even take my... If I just pick passive comments the entire time, does nobody get mad and kill themselves? Is that an option?
No, that's not an option.
Damn. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and that's become something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that, and I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Didn't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, and at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. In the end, I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair, sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone help not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, Michael. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of the club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for one more person, okay? Yeah? Okay, everyone, I'm just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Michael, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about it with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. ... I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded to myself with newfound determination. Michael, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee hee. Sayori beams with me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, about between Yuri and Tsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that is all. I could see what they'd make. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Michael, it's nice to spend some time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone, that's what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... hee hee hee. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh, am I going to be a player? Am I going to be a player? Am I going to sleep with all of them? Oh, I mean, you know, the ones that aren't dead by the time I get the chance. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. And it's going to make me write another poem. Can I save it here? Or should I do this poem real quick? Someone make this.
Doesn't matter.
Are all of you watching on Twitch?
I'm in the chat with you. I'm just distracted, that's all. Like,
No, I was just curious because it says that there was 4 viewers on Twitch for a second there.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
still
I'm on
watching you on
Twitch.
Twitch too.
And there's 2. I feel relatively successful. Like I've had people actually watch me today.
I told you this game's be bomb.
I mean, albeit like 8 of those claim to be the same person, but we're gonna save it and we'll come back and we'll do this one tomorrow. Alright, so before I go to bed, should we discuss what I know so far, and should I go back and read chat?
Yeah, you can go ahead and read chat.
Poems are important, that's pretty obvious. I'm everyone in your stream. I did it, yes. Everyone in your stream. Fucking, what's that creepy kid's name from Jimmy Neutron?
Carl?
No, not Carl. The one that he's using in his picture. I'm trying to figure out who
Oh,
it is.
I have no idea what his name is.
Goodbye, boy. Better not, nerd. Life lessons. Did you ban somebody in chat, Cole?
I don't think.
You said goodbye, boy.
I don't remember the context.
I'm just reading back through it. Then whoever Fortnite and Roblox are, because they can't, use either caps or lowercase. Poor thing. I'm proud to be an American. That was a very poor quote of what could have been trying to quote a Toby Keith song, but it wasn't. I don't know. I'm away from Discord, but yes, poems are important. Well, yeah, the poems are important. It's because it shines in, or it sheds light onto their various mental incapabilities.
Yeah, boy, you're learning.
Well, yeah, no. I have a couple assumptions that I've been making notes on, or like I've been making notes of little things that I pick up on. Some of them I haven't quite figured out yet, though.
Yeah, boy, you're catching on though. I see you.
Well, because I saw something about this game before you ever mentioned it to me about some of the characters have mental disorders, and depending on the decisions you make, there are specific characters that will just like disappear in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's implied that they kill themselves.
Okay.
But that's the only thing I know.
Well, you're in for an interesting night tomorrow.
We might stream some more tomorrow, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, what?
I said we might stream some more tomorrow night, I don't know. I really should. How many... So with the subs that I got today, I'm just curious.
Dude, you're at 41 on Twitch, and I think you're almost at 40 on YouTube.
Listen, if I'm at 41 on Twitch, if I get 9 more and then hit my stream time every month, that will put me at affiliate.
Yeah, man. Dude, stream this tomorrow. You might get there.
It could happen. It could happen, Captain. I mean, I feel like half of those are duplicate accounts.
If it works, it works.
Bad influence, Cole. Bad influence.
Well, I mean, I'm not telling them to do it. Because I know at least 2 of them are Lexi.
Well, she has multiple Twitch accounts for various reasons.
So did you ever get harassed by Cinnamon Toast Ken anymore?
Not yet. Once he does another reading, his Reddit, probably.
Alright, so let's go back over to Twitch and read the Twitch chat. Why can't I see anything in the chat room? Oh, because I refreshed the webpage, that's why. That was stupid. What did I do that for? I have 315 total views on Twitch. Woo! I'm successful!
Hell yeah, boy.
I love all of you guys. Like, you're so supportive, and I appreciate having you all as friends.
We love you.
Love.
It doesn't show that you're signed in watching, Selena. Maybe it just doesn't show you as online because I don't have you added as a friend. I was going to promote...
No, I think it's because I'm not verified.
That could be it too. I was going to say, because I was going to promote you to a monitor. That way you could, like, ban people that were trying to spoil things in the chat. Because I think Cole's a monitor on both.
I think I am, yeah.
Roses are red, Harambe is in heaven, everyone knows Bush did not... No. 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 No, I refuse to believe it. I don't care how much evidence there is, I refuse to believe it. I wonder who that is.
I have no idea.
I wish the speculator could read this What would he say? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, if I read it, I would be saying what you typed. So, yeah. But if you come back and you watch the rest of the stream, then yeah, I did read it.
Eat. Oh, Selena. I just went. I was going through the pictures through the Discord. I just noticed the ones from college.
Yeah.
Since this follower goal bar isn't working right, I'm gonna delete it. Yes, I'm sure I want to remove it. And this isn't working right, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. I'm really just gonna keep my webcam up for now and put it up here in the corner for the next stream.
Everybody calls you daddy, but you never had one.
Who said that?
Selena.
When?
Oh, it's in the fucking roast me channel. I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
How are you 23 years old and already have a bald spot?
It's kind of rude. I'm 23 and have gray hair.
Yellow parts.
Oh.
Should I create a Discord channel for streaming?
I mean, if you want, my dude.
We might do that tomorrow. I have one new friend request. Who's it from? Gee, I would love to click on it, but, you know, Twitch isn't letting me click on it. Enable smart notifications. Sure. Receive browser notifications on this device. No thanks. That'll just be one more thing to make my computer ding randomly all day long. I don't know this person that tried to send me a friend request that may or may not be in the Discord chat. Block them. I don't know who this is, but why do they show up? Are those just the most watched streams that are over on the side?
What are you even talking about?
On Twitch, there's like a series of 6 streams down the side. And one of them, like, I clicked on it, and it was just like, this stream is for mature audiences.
Wait, are you talking like on your followed channels, recommended channels?
It doesn't tell me if it's recommended or not.
Dude, I have no idea what you're looking at, to be honest with you.
It's right above online friends on Twitch.
Right above, oh, yeah, that's recommended channels.
Ah, okay.
So, you know, a lot of...
Of
course, that may just be...
Yep, this person's basically using Twitch like a campsite with less nudity.
Hell yeah. I mean, I support... your empowerment of females. Go, yeah. What is this guy's name? Strippin'? Oh, okay.
Like the tags on this person's channel. The first one is ASMR.
Dude, can you do an Asmer stream? It's like Asmer stream a fucking rage game.
Alright, so I'm gonna cut off the stream before we end up saying something we're not supposed to.
Alright, later.
I'm sleepy, but I'll probably talk to you guys here for a little bit longer, and then we will get off.
Sweet.